School, I think, has been in place for a long time. What we did about 2-3 years ago to actually infuse certain core values, and of course excellence is one of the core value. And I think more importantly, the core value that we really pay a lot of focus on is basic ethics, respect. Respect for one another, be tolerant, be acceptable for people, because we live in a multicultural, multi-racial, multi-religious society.
Currently, we have 77 children, a combination of kindergarten, primary and secondary, whereby children can move on from kindergarten to primary and then to the secondary school. For 6 years old, we have performing arts, which we have integration with the primary school. So they actually mix together, and then, for example, like speech and drama, we have ukulele, we have keyboard, and we have drama classes. So once a week, they'll be having it at the primary school. Most of the children, they will go to our primary school here. About 90%. We actually discipline the children, so they are quite okay under our care. Safety comes first. We always take care of safety. Academic is secondary. We have practical life, whereby children will do buttoning, threading, so they will get used to the environment and they feel comfortable.
I have 280 plus. We have 13 classes from year 1 to year 6. I have 13 classes. The number of classes per level from year 1 to year 5, I have 2 classes each, and then year 6 I have 3 classes. Actually, Sri Bestari is following national curriculum. So when you talk about the syllabus, of course we are following national syllabus. The difference is just that we have additional program or subjects that we offer in Sri Bestari. In terms of methodology, we have introduced inquiry-based science education, IBSE. One thing for sure, we cannot run from examination. We are still so-called exam-oriented. So when it comes to the curriculum, it is a continuity from primary to secondary. We from primary school, the teachers, what they have in mind is we have to make sure that we prepare these kids for their secondary education.
From primary to secondary, normally maybe about 70% would continue in secondary school. This year I have around 520. There are 23 classes. Normally each classes will be around 25, not exceeding 30. Besides the 45, actually I have got 3 part-time teachers who teach foreign languages, that is Japanese, Mandarin, as well as French. In secondary school, because of the school mission and vision, we are not an elitist school. We are actually an all-rounded school. So you cannot be just focusing on the academic. It is a wholesome individual. That is what we are targeting for. The school has really helped in terms of making sure that all students they graduate from our school get above average or even very excellent results in their public examinations. We have a candidate about 3 years ago who won the national scholarship for taking straight A+. Okay, and after that we keep on getting straight A+ students year by year, because being in a private school we have a different setup. We have a different mission, we have got a different background. Bear in mind that when you are in a private school, you are actually running a business. So you have to think far beyond being just a teacher. Even for the students, you have got to think far beyond just being a normal student. So I guess that is what differs us from other schools, be it government or private schools.
Kevin Liu, I left school 1998, 99.
It's Wan Puspa Melati. I graduated in 1999.
I left in year 2009. So my name is Ong Chia Swing.
My name is Ray Ipui. Everyone calls me Ray, and I left school in year 1999.
My name is Dharamjit Singh, or DJ for short. I left school in 2007.
Well, I was actually the first batch when I was in Form 2. So we were the very, very first batch, and then so I spent here about close to 3 years.
It's not the same as your regular school hours. That was the main difference. We had to wake up really early in the morning. When we went home, it was evening, night, and our whole day was packed with activities. But after leaving school, like maybe 2 or 3 years later, then I understand how beneficial it was to all of us to have all the extra time filled up with so many activities, taught us so many skills, soft skills, not just academic values, taught us how to be human beings, taught us how to survive outside. So that was what I appreciated most about school.
I was once a best athlete of the school, and usually I took part in sports. Yeah, I also represented the school to participate in the inter-school competition.
We were also prefect board, so we have the discipline in school, but also at the same time we do a lot of sports, we do a lot of fun activities, from badminton to football to running around, all this with our friends. It was a good time.
I think even now, I always believe teachers are always the parents to us. They are like the daddy and mommy in school. And to be honest, I spent my past 11 years of schooling here more than I spend my time at home, to be quite honest.
Yes, it really helped in adaptability. The school here teaches us to communicate and get along with other people, not just focus on exams and studies.
You know, we were given a lot of chances to explore, to learn, to ask questions, to do a lot of things that is outside of the normal.
I actually, after completing here, I actually continued my degree in University of San Francisco. After that, I went to University of Oxford, and I did my PhD in UIA, and I came back. So I realized that whenever I went to all these different institutions at the different countries, the confidence that they helped me build, the type of questioning that they encourage us to do, placed me at a very advantageous position.
Yeah, I remember there was once we had a photo shooting, just our batch for those students who are going to graduate, yeah, Form 5. So we had a lot of fun during the photo shooting, and yeah, it really, how to say, when I look back the pictures, you know, it brings me back a lot of memories. Until now, I'm still keeping those pictures of us.
This was another thing that I only managed to appreciate once I have left school. Because during school there was no such concept as being different. There is no segregation by race or anything else. Everyone got along fine with everyone else. In fact, here is where I learned to speak some Mandarin, because we had Mandarin class and I had Chinese friends. And we never saw a difference in skin color ever.
Wherever I go, people will ask me, oh, you know, you're not like other Asians that I've met. And I take it as a compliment, you know, so I really think that that kind of confidence, that kind of questioning, inquiry, and wanting to even be in the education line, very, very much is contributed by the early socialization I had here in Bestari.
Actually, I enjoy school. I always look forward going to school every day.
So this school is always about building holistic students. It's more to very all-rounded students. So it kind of, we can do all sorts of things. That's how the teachers train us to be like.
The teachers and the school make me who am I today. Yeah, I really appreciate what I've been taught by the teachers, and it make me who am I today.
There were so many happy memories in this school. I can't single out one. But it made us well-rounded. The school made us well-rounded between academics and sports and socializing. Everything, like a complete human being. You can develop a complete human being here. And it's not because of the syllabus, it is because of the people and the teachers here.
It was a very good privilege to be in Bestari, and I was given the opportunity to be the head prefect for 2 years. So that builds my leadership, you know, and also a lot of opportunity to build my character at a younger age.
The most important thing that I really like about the school is definitely the community. The community, the teachers, the student. This is very, very different because I am raised, the way I was raised, that I'm very empowered. I like to question. I like to know exactly what I'm doing. Here, every question of yours is encouraged. They want you to question, they want you to always do certain things, not because of instruction, but because you know why you're doing it and how it is useful for you. So the type of teaching, the pedagogical style is very different. The teachers are our friends. We can confide into them not just in terms of classroom, but non-academic matters. We also are very close to the teachers because they will never judge you, which I think very, very important for educationists.
There's so many I could list down. Cik Samsul, Wan Zianan, Cik Hari, Cik Isham, Cik Rosli, Cik Fauzi, so many, Puan Rosma, Puan Rosani.
For example, Encik Syamsul and then Puan Rosna, they are both my favorite teachers.
But right now we have phones, we have Facebook, we have WhatsApp. We do have a WhatsApp group to keep in touch with. So even with the teachers as well, yeah, we do. We are still, to me, it's still like a family to us.
They are very, very caring towards me. Not only me, but also to the rest of the students. And for example, Puan Rosna, she's just like my sister. She's just like a sister to me. Yeah, whenever I had problem, I would turn to her and she would solve my problem.
Even until now, the jokes that they give in class, I can still remember. For example, Cikgu Rosna used to teach me physics. It's so hard to make physics class interesting, but she could even make jokes out of physics class, and that I could remember until today.
It is quite near to my house and more convenient for them to drop me here. And also, we were quite attracted by the layout of the school. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
It is a very, very good community here.
Actually, it was not in the vicinity at all. I grew up in Rawang. I was staying in Rawang. So here they sent me because they had heard it was quality education. They believe highly in the value of education, and so they wanted to give the best that they could for their child, which was me. And I believe, given the circumstances, yes, this was the best education that I could have had at the time.
It has been almost 20 years. It's time to gather all our alumni friends, together again, and then we can have more unity and then learn from each other and also help each other for the juniors to come up and see how we can create more opportunity for every one of us.
I'm being very honest, yeah, I have to be very honest.
This school is great, okay, especially in the primary section, which I experienced for 2 of my children, and kids are given the opportunity to have to take part in all the activities.
Not only through study, they're learning through other like extra activity as well outside the school. Like they join the play every year. They have leadership camp. All this kind of activity.
I'm really amazed with the teachers because, to be very honest, I've not seen a single teacher shouting at the child ever since my son is here, because I come in here to send him every day, and I've not seen a single teacher raising the voice at the children. So I think it's the way they actually mold them, and I feel that there's so much of care and love for the children. Even when I speak to the teachers, I feel that they're so, caring for the children, that they want to see the improvement in every child. So that's, I think, the contributing factor.
When we first visited the school, we look at the environment of the school, and the environment of the school is actually if you look at the schools, all the green, all the trees, and the environment you can tell immediately that the school is not just a school. It's like a place where you want your girls to be. So that is the first impression of the schools.
My son, when he first came to this school, he was actually from a previous school before, in another school. So every day he came back like complaints. That's also a private school, but he had so much of complaints. And then the teacher had a problem with him because he's very timid and he doesn't open up. So when he came here, I'm amazed because my son is now the head librarian, and the school has transformed him to become what he is today, because he's not, I wouldn't say he's not so open like before, but he's
full of confidence. That's what we want in a child, isn't it?
And I can see her develop from a very timid girl to a very confident, lady, teenagers, this year.
I think what we observe, the girls, how they actually progress. We see them that they're more confident. We know that why they are more confident, because they were given a chance to develop.
If you put them in a school that is like this, then he can always, balance out himself anywhere he goes. So that is the thing. And then the other thing that I want to just add on is, I think it's a very stimulative background that they have in the school here, because the children get to do everything, because children learn holistically, so they are able to do their holistic skills, like I would say, like their cognitive, their physical, because they've got place to run around. That is good for children,
They mix very well. They have a lot of, I think this one will cater for their future as well. They have lots of friends. They don't say that they have how many Malay friends or Chinese friends. In fact, her best friend is Malay, but she never say that. Oh, I have a Malay best friend. Yeah, I think it's cater for her for their future as well. When they go to the corporate world, they help her as well.
I love the environment of the school because I'm from the early childhood background, so I think children need that space to play, and my son really feels so much of belonging to the school, and he told me that he wants to be here until he finishes school, so he loves the school so much.
Here, we always have, every time we have events, the schools always get all the parents to be involved. So we get the chance to know other parents. And after a few years, they are all like a family. And there are so many events like Rise and Run, Swimming Gala, all the performance. There are so many of them. And we all enjoy it, and we all always attend as a supporter to the kids and as well as to the school.
Yes, but I've been actually recommending a lot of my friends to come here and take a look. Yeah, I've been telling a lot of parents to come here because I think I'm a very happy parent, so the parents also deserve to be here. Right.
The space, the landscape, and then you look at the classroom, and when you first joined, you didn't know the rest, right? But as you join the school, then you realize that you make the right decision. The children were, for a short period, they were at one of the primary school near our house. But long before that, we were in UK. So coming here, the girls didn't feel the transition from their schools in Oxford to here.
I live quite far, about 30 minutes from here, but I'm willing to send my son here because he's happy.
So when you interact with the head teacher, with the teachers, then you know that this is the place that you want the girls to be.